Good day, friends. My name is Paulo de Alba, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel is taken from Luke chapter 5, verses 33 to 39. They said to him, John's disciples often fast and pray, and so do the disciples of the Pharisees. But yours go on eating and drinking. Jesus answered, Can you make the friends of the bridegroom fast while he is with them? But the time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and in those days they will fast. He told them this parable. No one tears a piece out of a new garment to patch an old one. Otherwise, they will have torn the new garment, and the patch from the new will not match the old. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, new wine must be poured into new wineskins. And no one, after drinking old wine, wants the new, for they say the old is better. During this time, Jesus is really observed by the Pharisees, by the people around him, because he's bringing in new things. People are not used to what he's been doing, because the people during this time was used to their traditions, their practices, and they want Jesus to be following them. But they don't realize that Jesus is trying to do something new. He wants us to go deeper than what we've been accustomed to. You see, I'm a Catholic and I grew up Catholic. And as a young man, I thought I was religious. And I go to mass regularly. And when I say regularly, that means once a year, only during Christmas. And I honestly didn't understand then why we did that. I thought it was just to be blessed, to remember Jesus, what had happened. But it's just a tradition that I just go there because my parents wanted me to go. So it's something I do every time. And when I look at my friends who don't go to mass, I judge them, not realizing there's also something wrong with what I'm doing. Speaking of Christmas, in the Philippines, now we're entering into the longest Christmas season. The September, the start of the Christmas season here in the Philippines. And there are many traditions, the night masses, there are many practices that we do during Christmas. But why do we do them? What's the essence of doing these practices? Is it just to please the people around us, to gain blessings? I like the question I took when I took my DMV test or my driver's license test when I was, I think, 18 years old. One of the questions I could not forget was the question about the green light or the signal light. And the question goes, what does the green light mean in a traffic signal? I forgot the other choices, but the two main choices were go, and the second one was go when safe. And of course, the answer is go when safe. But if you want to be legalistic about it, green simply means go. But the essence of the light or of the rule is really for the safety of everybody, that nobody goes on doing their own thing, but really understanding why the rule is there. So for us, our practices as Christians, as Catholics, we want to be able to practice the traditions or the practices of our church and understanding why we do them. And that's what Jesus wants us from us. He wants us to go deeper because an encounter with Jesus Christ brings new things, allows us to experience new things, allows us to go deeper into his great love for us. So the essence of the practices that we do is to be closer to Christ, to be more and more like him, to be transformed by him. Out with the old, in with the new. I remember when I was young, my father would always ask me to try his food. He's a chef, and he wants me to always try his new food, new things that he created. And when I was young, I was never adventurous with food. And I would always decline. And he would say, you know what, you're missing out. And for many years, I would just say, no, no, no. I'm happy with my hot dog and bacon and rice, all the fried food. And then eventually, as I grew older, I finally tried the food that he was asking me to. And when I tried it, wow, it's so good. And indeed, when he told me that I missed out, I knew I missed out on all those years that I could have enjoyed the food he made. And similarly, Let us not miss out on what Christ has for us. Let us go to Mass. Let us do our prayer time. Let's do all these traditions, knowing that Christ is at the center of it all. Christ comes in to bring us new things. But more importantly, Christ comes in to make us new. Allow the Lord to transform us, to make us new, to be able to glorify Him. Have a blessed week ahead, and may the Lord bless you and keep you and make His light to shine upon you. God bless.